This is Stonebridge Mill in Wortley, West Leeds. It is a Grade 2 listed building that was constructed over 200 years ago and once played an important role in the local community. The mill has remained a significant landmark due to its links to the past and the growth of the woolen industry in this part of the city. When a building is in poor condition because of disuse or neglect, it is described as being derelict. The mill has been empty and disused for a number of decades, and it has fallen into a state of disrepair. Local people are concerned about safety and think the buildings are creating a poor impression of the area. Leeds Council has set targets to meet the demand for new housing and has insisted 52,000 new homes will be built in the city between 2017 and 2033, where possible making best use of brownfield or previously developed land. The mill site has been identified as a possible new housing location under their site allocation plan. A developer is proposing the regeneration of this brownfield site to provide 112 new homes set within natural parkland. The restoration of the mills for housing will form the centrepiece of this new development, alongside a public park, new areas of open space and a range of family houses. Usually it is easier to get planning permission for brownfield developments because councils want to see these sites being used, but some local councillors and residents have objected to the latest proposals, and there are concerns about the impact on wildlife and the natural environment and the loss of some historic buildings on this sensitive site. One of the problems of making use of brownfield sites is that it is more expensive than building on greenfield sites. Roads and utilities such as water and electricity may already exist, but they are restricted by the existing network. New developments have to squeeze into existing plots. The lanes that serve the mill are narrow and there is a blind bend in the road. The developer has had to contribute a £40,000 package of road improvements before they could receive the green light from council chiefs. There is also considerable expense needed to clear the land of waste and to secure the historic structures ahead of them being adapted into homes. This eats into possible profits for the developer investing in the site. The buildings have remained derelict for a long period of time and are in a poor state of repair. The plans include salvage and reuse of materials, but that adds further cost. In addition, within the complex there is a large mill pond, and whilst everyone agrees it should remain, the developer has argued that keeping all of the mill pond would mean that there would be 30 less houses, and this would mean they couldn't afford to bring the mill site back into use. Trade-offs have to be agreed before the plans can be passed and go ahead. The benefits of using brownfield sites include the new residents being near to existing facilities in town centres such as shops, entertainment and places of work. And this location, just 3 miles from the city centre, will cut commuting for people living there. Providing a sustainable future includes conserving the historic environment. Old historic buildings and structures must be repaired and renovated where possible, because once gone, they are lost forever. Leeds Civic Trust has offered support for the proposals, and the City Council feel the plans are a solution for the long-term use of the endangered listed buildings on this site. The plans for inclusion of green spaces are more than they would usually expect. Using brownfield sites in this way will reduce the requirement to use greenfield sites for new housing and therefore lower urban sprawl. Making effective use of brownfield sites can help communities by bringing derelict areas back into use with the added bonus of additional facilities and infrastructure. This development in Wortley looks like making it possible to recognise its historic past whilst looking forward to the future.